Good evening, and welcome to this Sunday's edition of Beating COVID 19. Many of you went to virtual church, some of you didn't, some attended virtual services, some didn't, uh, others attended online teachings. All of us pertained and partook of this day of rest in our special way. And today's Beating COVID 19 is focused primarily on doing something which God blesses. Because at the moment, there is a lot. I'm sure most of you have followed the numbers. And as you can see, Mombasa's infection rate is getting higher. More and more people are being found with positive COVID readings within the county of Mombasa, where I live. And I want to just say that despite all this, God is with us. And on a day like today, we need to have faith. Faith in God coming through for us, faith in the systems we are using, faith in the practices we have adopted, and faith in ourselves to be disciplined and to carry out that which is expected of us. So today, as it being a Sunday, I want to focus on something that's a little more spiritual, and I want to focus on the word give. I know many people have been, immediately will hit stop and skip, but I'm not asking you to give money. I just want to tell you something about giving. One lesson that this COVID-19 disease has brought about is time. Because you're not in the hustle and bustle of getting to jobs, in the jams. Some people have had to stay home, work from home, offices have closed, enterprises are shut down. It has introduced time. And for some who have had very busy lives, this time comes at a premium. And it's during this time that I want to suggest to you that you give. Everyone has 24 hours. 24 hours to do that which 24 hours can allow. During that 24 hours, the challenge is to optimize the 24 hours without a daily work routine. That is hard. So you have to give of yourself and give of your time effectively so that that 24 hours may be effective. I have my notes. Now, if you take the letters of the word give, G.I.V.E, as I was really trying, as you can see, very many cancellations of ideas to come up with a word that can go with those letters. I found that giving is voluntary everywhere. Let's give. So just know that giving is voluntary everywhere. God did not force you to give. You are not forced to give. So you do or you don't have to give. But giving is voluntary everywhere. It's what you do, you volunteer to do it. And because of that, the words of scripture and many holy books have urged us to give, especially to the poor, the less fortunate, the orphaned, the fatherless, the widows. Also give to those who have less, those who are in debt, forgive those debts, forgive. Yeah. Forgo your debt. That's what it means. So, you have been tested, you have been tried, and during this season of COVID-19, a lot of people have felt the tug in their hearts to give. So, what are you giving? Now, you can give off your time. For me, every day when I record, it's time that I've given to share with you stuff that matters to me as a person, and also I hope it matters to you. We take time, we give time to prayer. We pray for our nations, our continent, our people, that this COVID disease may pass us over and give us a testimony for the world. We believe God has a plan for everything. So we give time to prayer. We give time to worship and meditation. We give time to reading the Bible. And for those of you who are Muslim or Indian, you give time to read your holy books. During this time, we've also been able to give time to call our old folks back home, because we can't visit them, to call our long lost friends, write messages to people who we haven't spoken to in a while. We remember those we had literally forgotten, because you have time to do that. Others have given materially, like we've given to food drives and to charity foundations. We've given to organizations who are going to feed the poor, or buy masks for the less fortunate, or treat the wazers, or help those who are unable to sustain a living. We've given for free healthcare for people to get treated in hospital. We've contributed money towards people reaching out to homeless and people who are less fortunate. As usual, we have given. But remember that giving is voluntary everywhere. No one is forcing you. You give out of your heart. So my challenge to you this week is to develop a heart of giving. Give off your time to the anxious employee who needs assurance that he will be safe and what he needs to do to be safe. Give time to the old people, or old parents or relatives or friends who want an ear from you to understand what is going on in the world and how far is the progress. Give attention to matters in your own home. Clean up your rooms, sort out your garage if you have one, sort out the heap of things that you have not gone through. Give an effort to do that. Give opportunities to your children to come to you, speak to you, understand, share with you. Give time to be with them, because all of us have the same amount of time per day. Take this opportunity to give yourself an upgrade in terms of education. Study something you didn't have time for, that you could improve your goals. Lastly, give time for God. You may have not been strictly religious, or even somebody who reads theological or religious material, but take time to commune with whatever you believe to be your superior being. Giving is voluntary everywhere. Nobody is forcing you, nobody is exacting that from you. There is no tax for giving. It is you to reach into your heart and give. Now, I ran into a very interesting verse, quote. Let me say quote, because it's been used in many places, where it says, "You shall not give your money at interest, nor your food at a profit." Most of us have had that in conjunction with Sharia compliant banking institutions and Sharia compliant organizations. But that's not where I got this quote from. I got this quote from Leviticus 25:35, where it talks about the year of Jubilee, the year of God's release, what you should do to the poor in your community. Give your money with no interest, and give your food with no profit. I wish you a blessed giving week, and have a good night.